So remember Sony Pictures Animation is coming out with a new movie called Connected? Well, it looks like it's getting its release date pushed back to some point later this year. So a while ago, I talked about a new movie from Sony Pictures Animation called Connected, which was being produced by Phil Lord and Chris Miller and being directed by Gravity Falls alum Mike Rianda. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. And the movie is about a up and coming film student named Katie Mitchell, who's accepted to the film school of her dreams, and her family plans to take her there on this trip, but then their plans get derailed by this robot uprising. I know I did a trailer reaction to that film a while back. Well, now it's got its release date delayed. Deadline said that Connected is being moved from its October 23rd release date to some point later this year. Now, in this particular case, I know I've talked about movie delays every now and then on this channel, and usually what happens to these movies is they either have their release dates delayed or they get moved to VOD. And especially at this time of the year, the tail end of 2020, I think Sony is in a real predicament. Like, the issue is much stickier than what we've seen from other films and studios. I wouldn't mind if Sony delayed the movie to 2021. Like, I really wouldn't. Like, if it would be a lot safer and the coronavirus eases up and things get better in 2021, then I would be down for that. The only problem with a 2021 release date, though, is I think Sony is wondering about award season, because usually when movies come to the tail end of this year, they tend to qualify for the Academy Awards, just like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse did. And I think this is especially so this year because Variety said that the Academy approved a temporary hold on the rule that says that movies need to play in commercial theaters in LA County over a 7-day period in order to qualify for the Oscars. Like, it wouldn't necessarily have to play in theaters in order for it to qualify for the Oscars. And if you look at the even more specific rule changes that the Academy has implemented, it honestly really could apply to Connected. Like, Variety said that so the movies, they can be released digitally to qualify for the Oscars. However, the film itself needs to have already had a planned theatrical release, and the movie needs to be on the Academy Screening Room streaming website within 60 days of the film's streaming or VOD release. But that in itself, the idea of Connected having a digital release is also murky because we've seen with other movies, like I reviewed Sonic the Hedgehog when that movie was made available for VOD rental sooner than expected, and Trolls World Tour, with those movies were made available rental, they costed much more than a usual rental was. And I think that's going to cause a lot of concern with people that are really looking forward to this movie. And also, I think another group that would also really, really, really want Connected to play in theaters will be the movie theater chains. And I don't think Sony wants to be in a similar situation to what happened with Universal earlier this year. You know, when they were like, hey, Trolls, we like the results of Trolls World Tour and it did really well for us. And all the movie theater chains, especially AMC theaters, got really mad. I know that that issue has mainly been resolved for now, particularly between Universal and AMC, but I don't think Sony wants to be in a similar situation with them. I think Sony is just put in a really precarious situation because I think what's going on is they're thinking we really want this movie out in 2020 in order to qualify for award shows, particularly the Academy Awards, but not everybody is really cool with going back to movie theaters yet because the coronavirus pandemic is still a big problem. Whereas the issue is if they put it on streaming services, they might run into a thing where they would have to charge more than usual even just for renting the movie, and I imagine that's going to piss a lot of people off who are really looking forward to Connected and would rather spend that extra money in order to see it released in theaters, and they would want it to be released in theaters even if it requires delaying the movie to 2021. But the problem with that is it may not qualify for award shows especially upcoming ones, you know, the ones that are coming within the next 6 months or so, if it's pushed back to 2021, unless there's something changes within award shows like the Academy Awards, but I'm not really sure. So it just kind of feels like no matter what solution Sony goes with, there's going to be really huge caveats either way. I think in this case, it's really a matter of just seeing what we'll just have to see what Sony ultimately decides. They may even be doing a thing where they're currently analyzing the situation and they're thinking, hey, maybe if coronavirus does ease up or a vaccine is released toward the end of the year, I'm just giving out these scenarios, not necessarily saying I think that could be possible, but they're looking at the current situation thinking, hey, maybe if things do improve by the end of this year, maybe around Christmas is time, then maybe they could go ahead and release the movie in theaters. I think it's really just a wait and see situation. I mean, I know with a lot of movies coming out, some of them come to a decision on how they want to release movies and they change plans like somewhere down the road, but I'm really curious to see what Sony is going to decide with Connected. I want to hear your thoughts down below. Do you think Sony should delay the release of Connected even into 2021 if it cannot be released at the end of this year, or do you think they should just go ahead and release it digitally? Leave all those thoughts down below, and until next time, this has been Blood Moon Bobby, and thank you all for watching. Hi everyone, thanks for watching this Blood Moon Bobby video. Like and share the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel to see more of my videos and ring the bell to be notified about my latest uploads. Don't forget to follow me on social media for my latest opinions and video updates. I hope to see you next time.